I'm glad you made it on time. I said I'm glad you made it on time. All right. I got us. All right, hold on one sec. I do one thing every single morning whenever we get started. I say one thing, but it's really three things. Four things, if you will. Number one, I get on the morning grind. Normally it's Tommy up here. Number two, I like the stream. Number three, I share the stream. And number four, I comment on the stream. And I'm going to ask you to do the exact same thing this morning. I would never ask you to do something that I wouldn't do myself. So please like, comment, and share the stream. If you can't do it for me, do it for the man.
Do it for me.
GoodTimeTommy. So unfortunately, this morning, I have a shirt on. I know it sucks. It's just part of life. You know, you got to walk through life with a shirt on sometimes. I think it's bullshit, but whatever. So, yeah, you got me this morning with the shirt on. And, hey, we got a dog in here. Hey there, doggy. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. It's a little boxer. It's a cool-looking dog. Anyway, we start every single show every single morning with 60 seconds of gratitude. Now, the reason why we do 60 seconds of gratitude... Hey, Pooch. All right, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Hey, the reason we do 60 seconds of gratitude, do you know why we do 60 seconds of gratitude, Cameron, every single morning?
I don't. Why is that, Josh?
It's because if you're in a grateful state of mind, it's impossible to be negative.
I agree.
You can't be negative and grateful at the same time, so you can either choose to be negative or you can choose to be grateful. I think it's just a really good thing to choose to be grateful. So let's be grateful about something. What are you grateful for this morning, Cameron?
I am grateful to have good mentors all along this office and people that are willing to help me
I agree.
learn every day.
I'm in this, same boat as you, where I'm thankful for great mentors, grateful for people that are willing to spend some time out of their day to help me learn. What about you over there?
I'm grateful for great opportunity and my mentors as well.
All right, we got a new guy in here. Hi, his name is Jake from State Farm. We hired a guy from State Farm, and his name's Jake. So, and he said he's grateful for great opportunity. Good morning, everybody, if you're getting on here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not streaking today, Brittany. Not streaking today. Good morning, Larima. Thanks for getting on. Mr. Dave Dutton, thank you for getting on. Take your shirt off. Hey, I want to, but it's a little cold in here. I don't want to. Grateful for GTT. Yeah, I am too, absolutely. All right, so let's get started with today's show topic. What I'm talking about this morning is how to handle momentum. Okay, do you guys understand what momentum is? Do you know what momentum is? It's pretty self-explanatory. Momentum is this. When things start to go your way, all right? When things start to just roll your way, it's like a snowball effect. You get a little ball and you start rolling it, and it gets bigger, it gets bigger, it gets bigger. The bigger it gets, the more momentum it has, and then it ends up being this huge snowball, and you look back and, you know, it's everything that you wanted because it started with some momentum. So that's what momentum is. Yeah, get things moving, what Dave Dutton said. That's what momentum is. So that's what we're talking about today. Once you get a lot of momentum, how do you handle it? What do you do to maintain that momentum? Okay, so people aren't used to having momentum. Would you agree with that? Yeah. People are not used to it. Whenever people get momentum, when they start getting things going their way, they're like, oh shit, what do I do now? You know, like they freeze up. They're in the spotlight. They don't know what to do. It's like whenever you're on a phone call with somebody and they actually answer the phone, and then you actually overcome their greeting objection, and then you get the 30 seconds, you're like, oh, what do I do now? It's the same way with the momentum thing. Tell everybody about the birthday party. Hey, everybody, it's May 20th, right? Next Friday. I believe it's May 20th. Mr. GoodTimeTommy has a birthday coming up. And when he has a birthday, we all get to celebrate it. And he's having a party at his house next Friday, starting at 4 o'clock, right? Hey, we're going to be partying until the sun comes up anyway. It don't matter. So, birthday party next Friday. If you want more information, shoot over a comment or a DM, whatever you got to do. So, all right, anyway, so back on track to what we were talking about, momentum. Most people aren't used to having this thing that we like to call momentum, and they don't know how to handle it. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Hopefully what I say will help somebody, so you share the stream. Maybe somebody will listen to this and they'll be like, damn, I need to hear that. Okay, so what starts momentum? What is the one thing that gets you started in the direction that you're wanting to go towards?
Work or energy, I would say.
Work or energy? Okay, yep. Hard work. You could say hard work, commitment, a lot of it, energy, a lot of really good energy. I use this analogy. So let's just imagine that there's a hill, okay, and it's a very steep, very very steep hill. But at the peak of that hill, it goes straight down for a bit. Like, let's just say this hill's about 500 feet, and it's straight up, and it's a slope, and it's very very tall. And then once you get over that hill, it's about a mile long, just straight down. You're looking straight down. So let's just say you got a 500-pound ball that you have to roll over that hill, and it's very steep. It's very hard, right? What's the one thing that's going to take a lot of to get it over that peak?
A lot of energy, a lot of effort.
A lot of push. A lot of muscles, a lot of energy, a lot of whatever it is. So you have to. Well, first off, what's it going to take to get that ball rolling in the first place?
Up over the hill, or
Just in the first place, in general.
It's going to take you to
Push it. You got to push it. Exactly right. You have to just give it some sort of push. A lot of people, they're not even given their jobs or what they're wanting to accomplish. They're not even pushing it. They're not even doing the things that it takes to push that ball in the first place. For us as real estate agents, what would that be?
overcoming objections. That's one.
Well, kind of. Just picking up the phone and making the phone call.
Right, just doing it.
Just doing it in the first place. Most people don't even attempt to push the ball. They'll look at it and they'll look at that big 500-pound ball and they'll say, that's too heavy. I can't do that. I can't. There ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be able to push that ball over this hill. There's no way. And then they don't even attempt to do it. And that's really where I'd say majority of the people fail, especially whenever it comes to business. Not just business, but life. It could mean you wanted to lose a lot of weight. They look at the scale and they say, okay, well, I got to lose this amount of weight, or I got to gain this amount of weight. That's just gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna take a lot of hard work. I don't even want to fool with it, honestly. I don't even want to do it. They don't even attempt to do it. So that's what starts momentum. Just getting out of bed, or getting out of your way, getting out of this comfort zone that you're in, and just going after it in the first place. So that's how you start momentum. Now, how do you handle momentum, or how do you get the ball rolling up that hill? Okay, that's whenever you really, really got to think to yourself, what am I willing to do? What do I got to do? Am I willing to do the hard things and the long hours, the heavy pushing that I got to do? Am I willing to do that to get this ball over this peak? Okay. Now, what would that look like for not just real estate, but any entrepreneur? What would that look like?
I think it's just baby steps in terms of overcoming adversity and making sure that you focus on the smaller successes, kind of baby steps.
Yeah. Okay.
Not focusing on the bigger picture. So
You
it's
have a tattoo?
I do.
Damn, I didn't even realize that. It's a rose.
It's a rose.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're exactly right. The smaller wins that take. So every single day, what does your process look like? What are you doing right now?
Waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. What is that a win?
That's a win.
Is that a win in your book? Okay.
100%.
5 o'clock in the morning, you wake up. What else do you do?
Then go work out.
Work out. Is that a win?
That's a win.
All right. So you got 2 wins. What time? What time of day is it?
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning. You already have 2 wins.
Two
All right.
wins.
What's another one?
I do a gratitude journal.
Is that a win?
That's a win.
3 wins. All right.
3 wins.
Stack them up. What else?
Pretty much at that time.
What time do you get in here?
About 7:30.
Is that a win?
That's a win. In my
4 wins, and it's only 7:30 in the morning. So do you guys understand? This guy right here, it's 7:30 in the morning, and he's already stacked up 4 wins. How many wins do you think the average person has by 7:30 in the morning? They're not even conscious. They're still sleeping. Okay, so that's really how you start that momentum. First off, in my opinion, some people might disagree and say, "Oh, you don't have to wake up early. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that." Well, I'd say to you, look at the people who are really successful, and they all have a routine, and all those routines normally start in the morning, very early in the morning. Okay, so every single time you get that ball rolling, it starts with a spurt. Like how you have a little growth spurt. This is what I like to call an energy spurt, like you were talking about earlier. Energy spurt is where you take all of the energy that you have every single day and use it to push forward to what you're wanting to accomplish. So for us, I'm going back to that example of using that ball, pushing it over that peak. Let's take this ball. We have to have all of our energy, all of our muscles, everything that we got, and spurt this ball to try to get it over the hill. Okay? So that's how we start the momentum. Okay? Now, we got the ball over the hill. All right, we did the hard work. We got up. We stacked our wins up. We've done everything that we needed to do in order to get the ball over the hill. And we finally got it over that peak. And it was hard and it was rough. Things start to go our way, okay? The ball's rolling downhill, and it's rolling pretty fast because it's a heavy ball. How do you keep that ball rolling? How are you as a person and as an entrepreneur, how are you going to keep that ball rolling to where it doesn't get stopped up by another peak?
Well, I think when you're in that process, that's actually when you get the most distractions. And so I think avoiding those distractions and still focusing on the smaller things is what continues.
Exactly right.
Not getting caught up in something.
And
adversity.
I like what you said, the distractions. Whenever that ball is rolling real fast, there's a lot of distractions. The faster the ball is going, the faster distractions come to you. With distractions being like, oh, I don't have to do this, or I don't feel like doing this, or
I've done it for a month now.
I've done it for so long. I've done this for so long. I can let off the gas a little bit. So that's a big mistake that people make. So this is an example. I'm going to bring my personal business into today's show topic. The past month, I think I've put 8 deals on the board so far in the past month, or 7 deals past month. I am bragging. But no, I'm using that as an example. So I've had a lot of deals come, and I've accumulated a lot of deals in the past month. But those deals didn't just come from me bullshitting around, not really doing much. They came from prospecting. They came from going out and networking with my friends. They've came from asking for referrals. They've came from taking these leads that are coming in, having the great at it, smiling, the great at it. It's come from a lot of hard work in the past. Okay, now with that, what could I do? Well, hell, I had a good month. I could chill for a little bit, right? I can coast, Cadillac, or what we like to say around here. I can Cadillac for a little bit. Well, that would probably be the worst decision, because what would the next month look like if I did that? I'm not gonna have 8 deals in the next in the next month. I'm not gonna put 8 deals together next month. So that's what the momentum thing. So remember, whenever I first started, I said we got to push that ball with all the energy. We got to have the energy spurt. Okay, we had the energy spurt. We got it over the hill. Now we got to keep pushing it even harder, even harder, even harder, even harder than whenever we did probably before, whenever we were trying to get the ball over the hill. Because if you don't do that, then you're gonna slack. You're gonna see the numbers start to slowly decrease, and that's where people, I feel like, don't know how to handle their own momentum. So you used to play basketball, right?
Yep.
What was what position?
Like shooting guard, small forward.
So you were like a 3-point shooter.
3-point.
Okay, so let's just say this. You had one game, first game of the season, you practiced, you worked out all off season, you were working really hard, and you come in the first game of the season, you put up, what's a good amount of points? Like, what's a really, really good amount of points that you can have in a basketball game?
Like 25 or 30.
Okay, let's say you put up 30 points first game. And you walk into school the next day, I'm the shit. Ain't nobody touching me. I can do whatever I want. I put up 30 points last night. You can't handle this. You know what I mean? You stop. You don't work out the next morning. You don't go in the gym. You don't do your drills. You don't practice. What do you think is going to happen in the next game? 12 points.
Maybe.
Hell, 6.
Be lucky, right?
Yeah, you miss. You go 0 for 10 and 3-pointers. The coach pulls you, and he says, "Not your day, buddy." And then what do? Well, I can maybe get lucky again and have another 30-point game next game. You go in there, you don't make any shots. Okay, so that's a good example of that. You got some momentum rolling, but there was another peak, and you couldn't overcome the peak. Okay, because you didn't get up and practice the next day after you had 30-point game, right? So that's how you need to handle your momentum. If things start going your way, if things start going, like if you start rolling and the snowball effect keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, are you piling more snow on that snowball, or are you taking a lasso, holding the snowball? No, get back here. Let's slack off. Let's not have the best month or year, whatever it is, of our life. So that's what I would say. That's how you need to handle your momentum, is by doing this. Me personally, like I said, I put up some pretty good numbers this past month. What is something that I can do to keep that momentum flowing?
Continue those same exact habits that got you throughout that month.
Do you remember what I said, what they were?
Well, I know that hard challenge definitely helped you.
Yep, the 75 hard. Yep, the program what I was on that definitely helped. Calling, networking, asking people for business, shaking more hands. Like doing the things that I did before prior to get to this point. A lot of people would say, "Oh, I ain't got to do that shit no more." Well, unfortunately, if you don't got to do it no more, you're probably not gonna expand and grow. So, find a strategic way too. Once you get that snowball rolling, once you get all this momentum, find a strategic way to scale it. Okay. What I mean by that is, okay, I'm starting to get a lot more money in my pocket now. How can I multiply this? How could I make the best of what I got right now? Like what Noah's doing with you. I've had some good months. I've had some good times. I'm going to get somebody to help me out, and I'm going to split some of it with them. That's a good way to scale it and grow it. So just keep that in mind. So, guys, happy Friday. Happy Friday the 13th, by the way. It's a scary day. So everybody have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you next Monday at 8:30. Shut us down, Van Grafton.